Hello and welcome to the Lake District Yogi. My name's Kat and welcome to this fiery little Vinyasa Flow. So without further ado, we are going to start today in an all fours position. So if you want to make yourself round into this shape, we want our knees under our hips and our wrists under our shoulders. You can tuck the toes or leave them untucked. And just finding any amount of simple movement to start with, just to feel your way in, really. Just a little sway or a rock back and forth. And if you feel you need to pad under your knees, then by all means do that. If you've got the toes tucked, you can give them a nice stretch as you come back, maybe moving the weight a little forward of the wrists to give the wrists a nice stretch. And then gently finding stillness. Next, in breath, drop the belly, lift the chin a little, press into the hands, let the heart shine forward. And next time you breathe out, start to round the spine, press really hard into the mat, arch the spine to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, let the spine ripple and the heart shine through. And once again, pressing into the earth as you round the spine. Inhaling as you drop the belly, lift the gaze. One more like this on your own breath, nice and slow. There is no rush, we are just warming up our bodies. When you're done with that round, find that neutral spine, untuck the toes. Take your right arm out to the side. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, thread that arm underneath your left, palm facing up. Almost touch down and then press into the left hand. Peel that right arm out. Exhale, it threads under, palm up. Come down to the temple or just hover and then press into the hand. Fill up with breath as you open out, maybe a little bit more each time. So really beginning to connect breath and movement. Closing in as we find this ringing out twist and then opening out with this joyful expansion. This time we'll bring the right hand down. Send the left arm out to the side as you breathe in. And as you exhale, start the slow movement down to the ground. Hovering and then pushing back up and opening out this arm. Doesn't matter how high it goes, just feel in. So feel the temple hover or touch down, press firmly into that right hand. Find that sense of openness and expansion. So just riding the waves of these first breaths as we settle into our bodies. Okay, last time. So as you reach up, this time just bring the hand back down to the ground. We'll do one round of cat-cow just to reset the spine, connecting to our breath. And then find that neutral spine. Keep the knees where they are, so directly above the hips, and then begin to walk the hands forward to find puppy pose or heart melting pose. Bringing the forehead or the chin to the ground. And settling in here just for a couple of breaths. Okay, as you come out of this, do this very mindfully. So I always slide one hand a little bit towards my head, press myself up that way, then slide this hand. It's really important to come out of that really safely. So back to this all fours. And then step your right foot between your hands, finding a low lunge. So find as much sort of sinking into this hip as you want. So it could be that you are staying right up tall, We're just feeling our way in. So if you want, you can shift that left knee back a little, but you don't have to. Keeping the fingertips on the ground, just feeling into the hips. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, find half split. So extending this front leg, moving the hands back as much as you need, finding any amount of movement or fold over that leg. Again, this is early days, we're just warming up the body, so don't worry about how far you go or what it looks like. Okay, rebend that front leg. Plant the hands either side of the foot. Tuck the toes under at the back and step back to plank. Draw in the lower belly, lift the hips a little, press into the hands, create some connection here, some engagement throughout the entire body. And then gently touch the knees down, bend the elbows in, lower the chest to the floor, slide forward, untuck the toes, put the forehead on the mat. Next in-breath, find cobra. So peel the chest off the floor just a little. Keep the elbows tucked into the body. Breathe yourself back down, tuck the toes, push yourself back to an active child's pose. Reach the fingers forward, maybe come up onto tented fingers. Another full round of breath here. And slowly palm the hands and move back forward into all fours. And then step the left foot between the hands, slide the back knee back if you want. Place the fingers down and keep them on the floor and just feel into the hips. You can do any amount of sway or movement that helps you kind of ease your way in. And when you're ready, slowly start to bring the hips back, extending through that left leg, moving the fingers if you need. And then finding any fluidity or flow or folding over this leg. We're just feeling our way in. And then slowly rebend that front leg, plant the hands, tuck the toes, step to plank. Pause here for a breath. Fully engage the body. And then gently lower the knees, bend the elbows into the body, bring the heart center down to the mat, and then slide forward. Next in-breath, press into the hands, find cobra. Slowly lower back down, tuck the toes, push yourself back to active child, toes tucked. And then breathe yourself back forward, back to all fours. Okay, we're going to repeat that and then add on a little. So stepping the right foot between the hands, finding that low lunge. This time, if you wish, you can take the hands to the knees or even reach the arms overhead, so whichever works for you. Lower the fingers to the floor, untuck the toes, lift the back knee and then extend the front leg, finding long pyramid. This is a great place for blocks if you have them. Maybe lifting the chest halfway, like finding a halfway lift like we do in forward fold as you breathe in. And then exhaling, folding any amount over that leg. Okay, looking forward, bend the front knee slightly. We're springing onto the front leg and finding standing splits. Keep the fingers on the ground, drawing the heart center towards the leg. Next, in-breath, start to lift the torso, come up to standing, bring the left knee into the chest. You can clasp your hands around your knee and draw it in. Engage the standing leg, stand up tall, lifting out of the waist. If you would like, you can let go of the knee and place the hands at your heart, keep the knee lifted by itself. And then we'll move into a lunge through warrior three. So with control, slowly tip forward until the torso is parallel to the floor, left leg out behind you, flex or point the foot. And then with control, step back into high lunge, lift the arms overhead. Take a grounded breath here, gather yourself. Take a breath in. As you exhale, move into a twist. So left arm forward, right arm back. Feeling that twist in the belly. Keeping the arms open like this, bring the left hand to the ground and the right arm to the ceiling. Press back with that left heel, lean into that top shoulder a little. Move into side plank. So you can have the foot on the floor in front, flat, or the side of the foot on the floor in front, or the feet stacked. Press into that left hand, really activate the arms, lift the hips a little. Okay, gently take the top foot, step it off to the right, find wild thing. Left leg straight, right leg bent, peel yourself open. Slowly, with control, slowly move back to plank. Pause here. Take a full round of breath. And then move through your vinyasa, either doing exactly what we did before, bringing the knees and the chest down, or moving through chaturanga, and then up downward dog. Pedal the feet a little, settle in here. We're not going to be there too long. We are definitely keeping moving in this class. It's going to be short and sweet. Okay, so finding stillness. Take a nice grounded breath. Feel into your body. Gently lower the knees to the ground. We'll do that on the other side. So step the left foot between the hands. Make any adjustments you need into this low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Hands down, or we can bring the hands to the knee or overhead. Press into that front foot so you've got some control here into how much you're sinking. Reconnect with the breath if you've lost it. Bring the fingertips to the ground. Tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Straighten the front leg, find long pyramid. So you can stay lifted or folded or flow between the two on the breath. Even if the movement is just a fraction. If it feels good, then do it. Okay, gently start to bend that front leg. Spring onto the left foot, find standing splits. If you'd rather, you can keep the torso lifted, or you can bring the torso towards your standing leg. We're coming up to a one-legged mountain, so think about where you're heading. Don't worry if you have to touch that foot down. Bring the right knee into the chest, clasp the hands around it, draw it in. Draw in the lower belly, engage really heavily in that standing leg. So really feel it activated, ground through the standing foot, lift out of the waist. Maybe let go of the knee, bring the hands to your heart, keep the knee lifted. Okay, we're transitioning through warrior three. Really slowly, as if you're doing slow-mo yoga. Find your warrior. And then gently lower the back foot down. Reach the arms into high lunge. Micro adjustments here are absolutely fine. And eventually sink into that warm bath of stillness. Find your drishti, soften your gaze, soften your face, but feel the strength in your legs, the activation in the arms, and that balance of the two is our stira and sukha. Okay, take a breath in, and as you exhale, opposite arm forward, right arm forward, left arm back. Finding that delicious twist. Okay, keep the arms open like this, drop the right hand to the ground, press into it as you lift the left arm high. Activate the back leg, scissoring that front leg in. Even if you don't actually move it, it's sort of an energetic drawing towards the midline. From here, we'll move to side plank. Remember your options: foot on the ground, foot in front, foot stacked on top. Press really hard into that right hand. Lift the hips a little. Keep things drawn in and activated. Beautiful. Gently take that top foot. Plant. Place it behind you. Find your wild thing. Pressing into the right hand, lifting the heart. And then with control, bringing yourself back round to plank. Pause here. And then move through your flow. A controlled, delicious flow of your choice. And pause here in your downward dog. Reconnect to that breath. Feel into your body. Okay, we're going to send the right leg out behind us. Any amount. And then step the right foot between the hands and sweep your way up into warrior two. And then feel that lovely downward energy, but also feel the upward energy through the feet. And as those two energy sources kind of meet, we find this strength and stillness. I love the sort of visuals of that. So if that works for you, by all means, visualize all these juicy things happening. And then imagining the energy zooming to the tips of all 10 fingers. Imagine maybe the electricity flicking out of the end of your fingers. Okay, we're going to reverse our warrior. So drop the back hand, reach the right arm over alongside the ear. Keep breathing. And we're going to do something a little different. So stay in this shape, but take your left hand and wrap it behind your back. Maybe it reaches the inner thigh of your right leg. Straighten both legs, keep the arms where they are. Parallel them so you are facing the long edge of your mat. And then come into a forward fold, but the right hand is going to reach towards the left ankle or somewhere on the left leg. So that arm is still wrapped around your back. Draw your torso towards your left knee. Keep weight grounded in both feet. Breathe here. Okay, we're going to come back to our reverse warrior. So keep the arm where it is. Start to lift up. Turn the front foot to the front of the mat. Bend the knee. Find your reverse warrior. This time, release the back hand. Come back to warrior two. Bend the left knee, sink down into Skandasana. Right toes are facing up. Plant that left hand. Make the contact between knee and leg, and then open your right arm. Shine that energy from the center of your palm. Okay, use your fingers to come back round to the front to frame the front foot into this lunge. And then move through your flow. Plank, cobra or up dog, and then down dog. Settle in here for a couple of breaths. Feel into your body. What do you feel? Do you feel that movement of energy throughout your body? Do you feel things warming up or loosening? Okay, let's do that on the left. We'll extend the left leg out behind us. And then step the left foot through. Take all the time you need to adjust your feet, to find your center, to get balanced. And then into your warrior two. And remember, we're looking for the downward pressure through both feet that brings the energy up from the earth and the energy down through the hips and pelvis. And those two juicy energy fields meet, or that's what I imagine anyway. And then your electricity coming through all your fingertips. Okay, gently touch the back arm down and extend the left arm alongside the ear. Keep that nice deep bend in the front leg. And then take this hand, right hand, wrap it behind your back. Maybe it clips onto the inner thigh, but maybe it's just wrapped around your back. Straighten both legs, parallel your feet, and then take that left hand towards your right leg or right ankle and draw your torso towards that right leg. Okay, we're going back to reverse warrior. So think where you're going. Start to lift, turn the front toes to the front, bend the front knee, left arm alongside the ear. Release the back hand, find warrior two. Settle in for a breath. Feel the strength. Feel that gathered energy. Feel the container of your miraculous body and everything it contains. Feel the softness. And then we'll move into Skandasana, bending the right knee. So coming down, extending these left toes towards you. Make that snug kiss-kiss connection between your arm and your leg. And then open that left arm out. Okay, left fingertips down to the ground. Walk yourself back to frame the front foot in this lunge. And then step back to plank, cruise through your flow. Okay, couple of breaths in downward dog. Okay, we're going to make our way to a seat. You can come to your knees. You can hop yourself through whatever works for you, extending the legs out in front. Draw the toes towards you, just like we did in that Skandasana shape. And then really activate the legs. So again, never 100%. We're not looking for kind of rock. We're looking for an activated energy so that we're not just floppy. And that creates this sort of energy that then moves around the whole body. Feel that lift out of the waist, nice straight spine without being tense. So interesting, finding that delicious balance between activation and kind of tension. We don't want to go that far. And then when you're ready, we're going to hinge and fold over our legs so you can lift the arms overhead or walk your hands down. You can let them rest on the ground. You can find somewhere on your leg or your foot. Keep that heart lifted. Take a juicy breath in. Maybe finding micro movements with the breath, even in this static pose. Remembering we can always bend the knees. We can pad them, put a blanket underneath them. And then very gently let yourself come back up. Always coming out of the shapes as mindfully as we went into them. Making your way to a cross-legged shape, placing the hands on the knees, close your eyes. Next in-breath, we'll take the arms overhead. Let the palms and the fingertips find each other in space. Hello. Take another full breath in, and as you breathe out, move into a twist. So right hand behind, left hand to right knee. Press into the hand, grow tall through the spine, then twist from the belly. Slowly back to center. Closing the eyes, sweeping the arms overhead, let the fingers say hello. Next exhale, twist the other way, left hand behind, pressing into the earth. Feel that little boost through the spine, and we twist from the belly. Moving back to the front. Taking the arms overhead one last time, and this time drawing the hands down through the center line, all the way to your precious, tender heart. Release the hands, open your eyes. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. That was a short and fiery little flow. I really hope you enjoyed that one. Take any time you need now just to bask in that. So if you have the time to lie in Shavasana for a while, or even just reclose the eyes when I've stopped talking, and just let this settle into your body. Feel where there have been shifts, where there's been movement, where there's warmth and tingling, you know, don't miss that. Let yourself marinate in it. And if you enjoyed that flow, I hope it's one you can return to again and again when you need that super boost of energy. You want to get that fire in your belly when you're feeling a little sluggish and you need to pick things up a bit. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. It is an absolute honor. Thank you so much. So from my home to yours and from my heart to yours, I wish you well wherever you are, and I will practice with you again soon. Bye.